I found 2 to 3 mistakes over there. Then
great.
I changed it. So
2 to 3 mistakes means
it might have pulled me down in a rank or
yeah,
something.
absolutely. Like you might have loosened 7 to 8 marks.
That's true.
बचपन में सोचा था कि बड़ा कुछ करूंगा, पापा के मिडिल क्लास सोच से लड़ूंगा, दुनिया वालों ने मुझे इतना डराया, हुए देखो आज 4 साल कॉलेज में सड़ूंगा.
Bharat and Syam, I welcome you in Gyanbaji podcast.
Hi, thank you.
So you wrote GATE exam in aerospace 2020, both.
Yeah.
So tell me how it started.
In my college, in my second year, I got to know about GATE and...
First tell me which college do you belong?
Okay. I'm from Amartya Vishwa Vidyapitham. I did my BTech over there and I'm 2020 pass out and I wrote GATE in 2020. I got this rank and I came here.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And I started preparing, not a full-fledged preparation, but you can say that I started to give more importance on GATE when starting from my second year.
Okay.
Then slowly consistently giving out time for GATE and final year I just gave out GATE and yeah, that's it right now.
Okay. So when did you started?
First I'm from Shastra University, Tamil Nadu, and I got to know about GATE from second year. But actually I didn't get time to prepare in the second year itself. So I started preparing after my 7th semester. That is during August and November start. So from then I prepared till February and then I wrote the GATE. So I just spent some consistent time continuously throughout those 4 months. So yeah.
Okay. Let's go into deep and how you used to prepare.
In my second year I started to give more importance on GATE syllabus what I have in my academics over there in my college. So you can say if there is any fluid mechanics at the third semester we had, I guess. So I just go to GATE question paper or GATE syllabus and I look up on what are the topics over there and just read in depth on it. So that's how it started and it continued till my, let's say, third year.
Okay.
After that I started to solve more questions like mock tests. We started giving mock tests and stuff. And then I started revising the concepts again and again so that I get hand on the problem, you know. So only theory doesn't help you a lot. Just we need to practice the problems as well. Then after giving mock tests, just need to post-analyze the mock test. What are the mistakes you have done?
So you gave mock test in which year?
In my final year, I started giving my, let's say 8 months before or 8 to 9 months before GATE exam, to be exact. And most important thing in the mock test is that you should be do the post analysis of the mock test. What are the mistakes you have done, and we should make a note of it. And next time we should make sure that it does not happen, or we should reduce the effect of the mistakes what we are doing. And yeah, that's pretty much in detail that how I prepared GATE. Yeah.
So Syam, we would like to know from your side.
So after my semester exams got over, I started spending time in my lab. I thought like I cannot prepare if I'm in my room, in my comfort zone.
Okay.
So I moved to my lab and started working there.
Okay.
I didn't spend much time, like maximum 5 hours a day. That was what I spent. And my preparation was like this. So I don't have memory power, so that was my weakness. I don't have much memory power.
Okay.
So I started making notes, short notes for whole syllabus. And during the time of making notes, I didn't actually remember those formulas and stuff.
Okay.
And I started taking mock tests after 2 months. And first few mock tests, I used the notes to solve.
Okay.
So formulas are supposed to be in our mind during the final exam. So I thought like it is in the notes, so I'll use the notes to solve. And later I'll remember the formulas and slowly I can do it without the notes. So that was my preparation.
Like many people go for classroom coaching and all, but you guys did not took any classroom coaching or online test or online any coaching. So how did you get a motivation to prepare from yourself only?
Okay. So I did self preparation. I got motivated from my environment in my college. You know, the people over there are very much. You can say they motivate you to study GATE. In fact, you can rather than getting placed. But yeah, it's okay. Like that's more important.
So they were giving a more priority to GATE exam rather than going for placements.
No, placements was also good, but in a sense, GATE was more priority for us aerospace people at least. You can say. And what I'm saying, I know one of my senior, he got All India rank 2 in 2014. I guess.
2014.
Yeah, so he kept the benchmark over there.
Okay, yeah.
So my motivation was to just clinch that benchmark, and
Mhm.
I kind of motivated from him, you can say.
Okay.
So yeah, that was my drive towards GATE.
Mhm. So
At
while
least,
preparing, there might be one thought that one my senior got this rank, so I can
yeah,
I
so
can also
it was
achieve.
like my mindset, like if he can get, why
Mhm.
can't I get? So I tried, so I got this time.
Mhm. Yeah. So Sam, you started in November.
Yeah.
So 3 months you prepared and gave great exam and you scored second All India rank. So can you tell me what is the strategy behind that?
So I had an advantage, that is I took aerospace BTech. So my course syllabus was exactly same as GATE syllabus.
Okay.
So I already had prepared all the subjects semester wises, but although I don't remember most of it, I had touch with them. So it didn't take much time for me to revise all of those for the GATE preparation. And my motivation was, I had a choice, either I had to go for placements or for GATE,
Okay.
and I chose GATE. And then I had my mentor Shriyari sir. I just told him that I have to prepare GATE.
Okay.
And he is also a GATE rank holder from his time, like I think second batch of GATE.
Okay.
So he just continuously bombarded me with preparation,
Okay.
tips and ideas, and he
Okay.
forced me to study every day.
Great.
So that I think everyone needs a mentor to keep
Yeah.
consistency. If we
Someone
start,
should be there to motivate you.
yeah,
And-
so I think that's the only main advantage of if someone wants to go for coaching courses centers, they will be like helping us keep the consistency. So I got that consistency from my mentor, and that's how I prepared.
So you started in November,
August,
and you had before that you were touch with all the courses.
yeah, almost.
So then you prepared notes, short notes, and you gave mock test,
Hmm.
then online test and all.
Yeah, I started mock tests from December.
Okay.
Till now, December starting, I was making short notes. And still, even after starting the mock test, I had some doubts, and many concepts were new to me, some things from fluid dynamics and stuff. I had other friends who were also preparing side by side. And good thing about friends is, like, we are not strong in all the subjects, but we are good in different topics. Like,
Okay.
I was good in structures, and I had friends who were good in fluid dynamics and stuff. So I used them, and they taught me very clearly. And when friends teach, it is way better than professors.
Engineering and my everyone will agree that our friends are better teacher than teachers.
So that's how, like, I filled the gaps in my preparation using my friends, and yeah, it helped me a lot.
Okay. So have you had this thought came in your mind that okay, let me prepare 1 year more, and I can't write the GATE this year. My preparation is not that level.
Okay, that I
Are you fully confident that I can secure a good rank?
Yeah, I was fully confident because
Great.
I attended 2019 paper, just like mock test before preparation itself,
Okay.
like during August, like this month. I went for it, and I got 60 out of 100.
Okay.
And my senior, who had rank 23 or so, he said like his score was 65. And I thought, like, what is this? So if I can get 60 in this, but I took lesser time, and I was just having fun with it, and I didn't do it in 3 hours and all. But still I could get 60. So I thought, like, so a little bit of preparation can help me push to that limit where I want to get like higher scores and stuff. So I was pretty confident, and then I started preparation.
In my case, like I told you, right, my benchmark was my second rank.
Okay.
He's a senior.
Okay.
So
Great.
I was like, I somehow I need to get more than him at least. So in a sense, the only option was the first rank. But I gave my best, you can say. I
Okay.
was trying so hard, and I prepared so well, and gave so many mock tests. And yeah, you can say I spent more hours. I didn't prepare like 3 months or so. I just prepared for months.
Great.
And yeah, it finally landed up in a good way. But you know what? After GATE exam, I thought I made so many silly mistakes and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, but fortunately enough, I got
What was your marks?
80,
82.
82.
82.
82, yeah.
Yours?
75.
75. So 7 marks difference are there, but still you able to achieve that second. That's great. So Sam, you prepared for 3 months, and how you made the short notes?
So since it is last minute preparation, my strategy was just to take like I took the syllabus printout, and then I started like making notes for each topic in the printout. And as time went, I had finished like each topic, but I don't write whole theory and concepts in my short notes. I just only write some symbols and some flow charts and stuff. So it will make me remember the concepts. So that was my whole plan for making notes, and wrote formulas which are needed. And if there are variations of formulas, I won't write them. I'll write only one formula. Like we can vary the formula as per need. So my short notes were pretty short.
So it was very quick for you, like 3 months. So what you
Yeah.
want to give the suggestion for who is preparing and who have 5 months, 6 months?
First thing is like while making notes, read the concept and understand it, but you don't have to remember the formulas.
Okay.
But you have to know how the formula comes or the basic theory behind it. And if we make notes fully, we don't have to go and refer different books, right? So it's better to make short notes in our own language, not like a standard definition or anything.
Yeah.
Something which will help us remember the concept the way we remember it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you prepared for 2 years. So that was a long journey. So tell me how you able to manage those things and how you made a short notes.
So unlike him, I had a lot of time. So what I did is that I made a notes. It's not short anyway. I put it in a detailed and a brief way. You can say all those concepts and formulas.
Great.
So I did it in a detailed way, and it came like almost 6-7 long size notes, and so for each subject, each note.
6-7 book.
Yeah, it's kind of book. Okay. Then after what I did is that I can't revise with that short notes because it's too long, right? So I made a short notes out of that notes.
That is called micro notes.
Yeah, that's true. I made a short notes out of it where I just wrote all those formulas and what the formula represents. That's it. Nothing more than that. And then I also made kind of sticky notes and stick it in my wall. So you can say that would be helpful whenever you. Okay, if you're free, just watch it and get the formula out of it. Yeah.
Colorful pages and you stick in the walls.
Yeah.
You did
My
the same.
whole wall was full of papers.
Okay.
I just did the sticky note stuff so that whenever you see you're free or if you just look at the walls, formulas were there. So it just reinforces you with these formulas and stuff. So it will be helping you in exam. And yeah, so that was my notes thing.
Yeah. So online test series mimic the final exam. So how many tests you attended and
I got a mock test series from Gating. And it consists of 15 mock tests, I guess.
Okay.
And I gave all the 15s, and alongside with that, I also took previous year GATE paper as a mock test by myself. So on altogether, let's say I would have kept 20 to 30 mock tests in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you started giving mock test?
Totally like in the starting of my final year, you can say I slowly started giving out my mock test and I increased the frequency at last. Then before January, I stopped giving at January I stopped giving mock tests.
January which date?
January at the middle or end, I can say just 2 weeks or 3 weeks before the GATE exam, you should stop giving mock tests because if you get low grades or in the mock test, that will demotivate you or it may pull you down. So but it depends on person to person per se. But I'm just in my case, I just stopped giving mock test and I started revising more frequently at that time.
So you might be revising your micro notes.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you went to your long notes on that period?
No, not at that point because that would be too much for me to take in at that sense. Okay, so I started revising using my micro notes and sticky notes, you can say, and I didn't do mock test much in the January month. That's it.
So I started with the GATE website's mock test itself. There they usually keep the previous year paper. With the whole GATE environment, with GATE calculator and timing and stuff. So that was my first mock test, in which I got 60 and I was very confident. And then I started preparing. After preparing, I did previous year papers. Then my scores got down actually. It was not
so
increasing.
Previous year paper you were giving as a mock test?
As a mock test for 3 hours.
You were sitting in the front of computer? Okay.
Using GATE calculator, I started solving one by one.
Okay.
And the scores were not really good. In some
so how much you were scoring in that time?
Initially it was 60 and it's gradually came down from 45 and 30 and in one test, I got 30. That was my least. And then slowly it started improving also and I went for online test series, a free test series which I got.
Okay.
And in that my scores were even worse. Like previous year papers were better than the online papers. Usually online test series, they tend to give harder questions so that it will be like good practice, right? But in reality, GATE question paper will be divided in like easy questions and difficult questions.
Yeah.
But test series will all have difficult questions fully. So that
yeah,
hits
so
me
there
hard.
is important, like people should not demotivate. Like he secured all India rank 2, and he was scoring 30 marks.
Yeah.
So someone, if they are preparing now and they are getting 30 marks, they will think that, oh, I am not even in 1000 rank. But it's not true.
First, I was scared. If I'm getting this low, then how I will do in the final exam.
Yeah.
My gate professor, mentor, he said like even if you fail, it doesn't matter. It's a mock test.
Yeah,
People
true.
do mistakes all the time, and the preparation is for reducing the mistakes. So it was preparation time, so mistakes are fine. And also, people lose. I mean, I lost more marks in careless mistakes, even though I know the formula and
Silly
stuff.
mistakes.
Silly mistakes.
Calculation mistakes.
Yeah, like power 2, I'll multiply by 2 instead of power 2.
Okay.
In get calculated, it's slightly confusing. In hurry, we'll do all those mistakes.
So you
and-
should have enough practice of online calculators,
yeah.
right?
Also, numerical type questions. If the answer is 14, my calculation would have given 140.
Oh.
Somewhere the factor 10 will come.
Ah.
So all those things by
And-
doing more
and
mock
range
tests.
will be like 2-3 marks
Yeah.
plus and minus, and you are multiplying 10
10
times. It will not come in the picture.
And I did this mistake frequently in the mock tests. That is, they asked fractions, like not percentage. They asked fraction of that, and my habit was learning with percentages, so I solved for percentage. So it is 100 times the actual value.
So you did mistake on
Yeah,
final exam.
Even though I did no, not in the final exam, during the mock test
during the
itself.
mock test. Okay.
Even though the formula and everything is right, the final answer I have to represent it in fraction by 100. So I wrote in percentage. So
Okay. So
these things happen.
Was that a learning for you? Like you
Yeah.
did mistake and you will not do in the main exam.
I thought so, but I did the same mistake. Like I did one mistake, similar mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I learned a lot of mistakes which I do during mock tests. And concept wise, after mock tests also I did revisions, lot of revisions. So mock test was specifically to see where I lose marks. Yeah, basically that's it.
Great.
So yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to add a point on it. So mock test it just tells you where you stand, and alongside that, it teaches you what should be a strategy. Like some people would be comfortable with starting with 2 marks. Let's say some people would be comfortable with starting with general aptitude session. So you can try it out all those things in the mock test and get to know what strategy fits for you.
Yeah, great.
And
Yeah.
So yeah, it depends on how you take the mock test and what you gain out of it. Doesn't matter the marks for yeah, you can say not all my mock test was like good. I just scored sometimes 60 or 70. It depends on them. Some I score 95 or even 98 sometimes. But
Oh, great.
yeah, there is a variation. It depends on what are the mistakes you make and what learnings you get out of it.
How you started giving the test? Like you started with aptitude or you started with the technical. So those things you can do in the trial basis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, like I started with what the strategy which was fit for me. It started with my 1 mark and then moving to general aptitude, then coming to 2 marks.
Okay.
So, but it may not fit for everyone else. Some may be comfortable with
So
starting
you
with 2
gave
marks.
so many mock exam, then you found out
Yeah,
what
this was
pattern suits for you.
Yeah.
So you did first 1 mark question, then you came to aptitude, then
Yeah.
you attended
Went
2 marks questions.
Yeah. So there are several strategies. Some people will first take it in one go, then will come again and
Yeah.
they look upon what are the what are the questions I should give more time.
That is
So
strategy.
yeah, see, okay, depends on person
go
to
on
person.
the go from first question. I don't see marks. I just solve continuously, and whichever is easy, I'll solve it, or else I'll just skip it for later. And then after finishing the whole paper, I'll probably end it in 1 hour or something. Exam is 3 hours, so I'll come back
So
for the next 2 hours.
first cycle will take 1 hour time.
1 hour.
1 hour time. Okay.
Even if it is little bit difficult, I won't do it. Even though I know it,
Okay.
I'll just skip it and I'll go for
So
very
make sure
easy questions.
you are attending all the question. You are at least watching all the question, all 60
Yeah.
65 question in one go.
Yeah,
in 1
and
hour.
some questions are like connected to each other. So
Yeah.
if I'm able to solve one in the later parts, that will help me solve the previous questions. Since I don't remember all types of formulas. I remember one formula, and from that I derive the other formulas.
Yeah.
So if some question takes one set of formula, from there we can easily recognize like what kind of formula I should use for the other questions. And one more thing, during mock tests, during especially the offline mock tests, we did separately. Like I had a group of friends who were doing with me, and we corrected each other's paper separately.
Okay.
So at that time, I saw not only my mistake and others' mistake too. And since there was a group and we all did the same paper, we did mistakes in different places, and we were explaining to each other like this question, this was a mistake. We could have done it in this way. That is faster. Or sometimes just the method itself, we can choose a different method and all those. So we had whole discussions. 3 hours after 3 hours exam, we used to discuss for another 3 hours. So it used to be fun while preparing.
Yeah, great.
It's the advantage of being in group,
Yeah. So you are preparing alone?
But yeah, people are preparing, but not this much.
That much serious. Yeah. So you had a nice batchmates.
Yeah,
who were
my
preparing.
classmates, they started preparing even after me. Like I started late. They came from December.
Okay.
So they needed some support to start finishing the starting initial preparation, right? So I helped them with the basics, and slowly like we started doing mock tests and stuff, and we revised together. Before the revision time, we were all in the same place.
Okay.
So in the month of January, we started revising, and after 10 days of January, we stopped mock tests. As he said, it discourages a lot if we do it in the last few days. And also we didn't prepare at all during the last 1 week. We wanted to keep our minds cool. We just revised till the last week, and in the last week we were free totally. And we avoided everything which gave us stress.
Like what?
As in, I stopped driving for the last 1 week. My dad was driving me wherever I wanted to go. So like that small things. Like I stopped watching cricket and stuff. So
Stop eating non-veg.
No, I ate non-veg.
do that.
Okay.
No, those are happiness, right? So we cannot leave that. Like stress-related things, I'll stop. I stopped playing games and stuff. So all those high-paced things I stopped for the last week. I went very peacefully to the exam. I didn't have any pressure on me. Like since I took whole rest for the 1 week, and I just revised once before the exam. And in the exam hall, I just saw the paper and I had no fear. I had more fear during mock tests
Okay.
than during the final exam. And I just saw the time, and then I started solving one by one, and it went.
So I think I can derive from your journey that you prepared for 3 months, but you did lots of practice. So that's why your hard time has gone. Then you can directly go without fear and full confidence, and you crack the GATE exam.
Yeah, true. I took all the pressure in the preparation time itself. And
That's great. That's great staging.
Yeah, and during the exam, even what happened was I started solving like in the one go. I did first in 1 hour, and then I went again. I finished half the paper, and it was already 2 hours 15 minutes over. So I had only 45 minutes for the rest. So I thought like I have half the paper left. I have to hurry up a bit. But still I didn't want to get pressure. Like if I get pressured, I know that I'll do lots of mistakes, silly mistakes. So I was going calm, and my initial plan was to have revision of whatever I did in the last 15 minutes. And that I got only 5 minutes after solving. So in that 5 minutes I just went through. They give a notepad for solving the calculations and stuff. So I was checking that notepad, and also I was scrolling through this. While doing that in the 5 minutes, I corrected 2 questions which gave me marks actually.
Okay.
It happens, and we should do that.
Yeah.
Like at least 15 to 20 minutes you should keep at last, so that you will check what are the
Mistakes you have done.
For sure you might have done, because on a pressure or something, whatever it may be, it happens. It is inevitable. So we might have done, but you should keep that 15 minutes to scroll down what are the questions you have attended and which are the questions we are confident on. Like you can segregate it and you can go with fast. Okay, and you can find. I found 2 to 3 mistakes over there. Then I changed it. So yeah,
2 to 3 mistakes means
it might have pulled me down in the rank also.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you might have loosen 7 to 8 marks.
That's true. So instead of trying out hard questions at last, which you couldn't able to get it, just leave out those questions, because it might be hard for everyone else. So just you can leave that question and focus on the easy question where you can fetch marks easily, and rather than leaving out in the silly mistakes. Okay. So that's more important.
Yeah, so since GATE is a relative marks, so you have to see that which question it's not for you, and not for everyone. Maybe 1-2 question will be there, so nobody can solve because your score was 83, 82. So you can see 18 marks question nobody has done. That's why you scored first rank, right?
Actually, my target was 90. So
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I told you, right? I made a lot of silly mistake. I attempted for 95 marks, and that silly mistake made me to 83. So I thought I won't get it, but yeah, somehow
My
I got
target
it.
was 75. Why? Because like I had some like I spoke with my seniors and I got to know that the first ranks usually got around 75. So I thought I got first rank when I calculated my marks and it was 75.
Okay.
And later he got 8 marks or 7 marks more than me. So that's
Okay.
fine. During preparation, when I do mock tests, my positive marks were around 75, but negative marks will be minus 20 or something, it will go down.
Oh.
So that's like huge. But in the final exam, my negative marks was just 5.
Okay.
So positive was like 81 or something. So I got
Great.
for 75 point something. So yeah, my motive was to reduce the negative marks. It is really scary to get high marks and then lose the marks due to negative marks.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to add the point, like there will be easy questions and difficult questions as well. So leave out the difficult questions, look for the easy questions and score easy questions, whatever you can do. Because people would be scoring easy questions.
Yeah.
So you should not lose marks over there. So yeah, even if it takes time for your calculation, do it peacefully and with the right mindset, you know. So at the exam point, in the exam point. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I lost marks in easy questions, few easy questions in the silly mistakes. But yeah, that's
ना मेरा फील्ड अनसर्टन है, माथे पे जिम्मेदारियों का भी तो बर्डन है। मैं पूरी मेहनत कर भी शायद हार जाऊंगा, पर कोशिश भी ना की तो जीते जी मर जाऊं।